Good evening, everyone. My name is Yogita and I will be moderating today's session. I'm glad to welcome you all and Ms. Aditi, who will be presenting today on the topic entitled YouTube as a source of information for neurosurgery. Our speaker Aditi is a content writing intern at Renix. She is responsible for content editing and proofreading. She has a bachelor's degree in English from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, and she is currently completing her master's in the same from Christ deemed to be University, NCR. Her previous work experience was at Digital Skillings Pratham Education Foundation and Children of Sahara Foundation. Not only has she worked as an editor, proofreader, and content writer, but has also volunteered with multiple organizations working with education and the betterment of society. At Renix, Aditi is gaining experience in scientific and academic proofreading. So without further delay, I request Aditi to take over.
Thank you so much, Yogita, for that introduction. And good evening once again, everyone. My name is Aditi, and I will be presenting on the research performed by Nathan Samuel, Naif M. Elo Taibi, and Andre Lozano, titled YouTube as a Source of Information for Neurosurgery. This research will impact areas such as neurosurgery and social media's role in not just neurosurgery, but in disseminating information and updates in fields related to medicine. So I would like to begin by telling everyone why YouTube and why have the authors chosen YouTube as a platform as for the basis of their research. So YouTube was basically first started as a platform that was supposed to share and view home videos. This has naturally developed into a platform that everyone views globally, and at the moment it is an information dissemination device, and it is used by neurosurgeons and professionals and patients alike. American Association of Neurological Surgeons and the Journal of Neurosurgery publishing are some of the leading organizations that use online videos as a tool to disseminate surgical education related information, and it is used to improve learning. Oh, 1 second. Abhishek, can you please stop the recording? Can you please pause the recording? Thank you so much, Yogita, for that introduction. And good evening, everyone. My name is Aditi, and I will be presenting research performed by Nathan Samuel, Naif M. Alo Taibi, and Andre Lozano, titled YouTube as a Source of Information for Neurosurgery. This research will impact areas such as neurosurgery and social media's role in not just neurosurgery, but in disseminating information and updates in fields related to medicine. So I'm going to start my presentation by introducing as to why the authors may have chosen YouTube as a platform for their research. So YouTube has developed into an information dissemination device over the last decade, in fact. But initially, it was started by its founders to share merely home videos so that everyone could have a visual experience of what someone else was experiencing. This has, of course, as I said, it has turned into an information dissemination device, and it is used by neurosurgeons, healthcare professionals, and patients alike. American Association of Neurological Surgeons and the Journal of Neurosurgery Publishing Group are some of the leading organizations that now use online videos as a tool to disseminate surgical education and consequently to improve learning. So in general background, basically, social media is A platform, I can't say it's a platform. That's a very minute term for something so vast, but in today's age, it connects everybody. And I think the authors have chosen YouTube because it is so vast that it globally reaches 1 billion people, and it is easily accessible. And its impact is felt by all, young and old, and its content is extremely varied. Now, the site can be navigated in 76 different languages, which makes it, as I said, easily accessible. Uh, Plus, I have a feeling the visual experience that I talked about in the previous slide, there is some sort of visual credibility that comes with YouTube. So when we're talking about medicine, we all, as lay people or as scientists or as professionals, we all need some sort of visual credibility when it comes to something that is related to our health and global health. So the objectives of this research are two. First, to analyze the vast content pertaining to neurosurgery on YouTube to determine the features of the videos that attract users. And second, to describe and assess how healthcare professionals and academicians can harness social media and utilize it in the most effective way possible. So while performing this research, this is obviously a qualitative and quantitative research, as we're looking at a very, very, very vast number of videos. And while the authors used a systematic search strategy for data collection, they used videos under the terms neurosurgery, neurological surgery, neurological, brain surgery, and spine surgery. Now, all the videos that were collected from under these terms were segregated into date of upload, number of likes, views, comments, and shares, and country or region of origin. So they first started with quantitative research, and they compiled this data further and calculated it using mean, median, standard deviation, and interquartile range. As all the metrics were not uniform or normally distributed, they had to do it manually through Excel. So it was not machine automated. They actually, all the researchers individually sat down and compiled their own data and later convened to basically dismiss any discrepancies or overlaps that could have occurred. Then after the quantitative research came the qualitative research. What they did was they characterized all the videos by their goal and purpose in relation to the content. And after the initial screening, the videos were divided into common categories and themes. Open coding and axial coding were used, and open coding is basically when the videos are grouped together based on shared ideas. It comes first, it comes prior to axial coding, and axial coding is the second step where the videos identified into open codes into overarching themes. So for example, if I search neurological surgery, it would be open coding. I would collect all the videos under neurological surgery and I would put them aside. So my open coding is done. And after neurological surgery, I would segregate them when I go into axial coding into, say, frontal lobe or the parts of the brain in which the surgery is happening. I'm not very well versed with the parts of the brain, so that's all I can contribute to that. Anyway, so this categorization process was first executed by Samuel, and then it was executed by Alotaibi, and like I said, they later convened to resolve any discrepancies. And they also put a disclaimer in their paper that none of the videos that they had taken were paid, so it was accessible to all, and they followed all the ethical regulations. They paid heed to all the ethical regulations when compiling the quantitative and qualitative information for this paper. So on your screen, you can see a table with the views, and this is the quantitative part, and it shows the median and it shows the interquartile range of the views likes, dislikes, comments, and shares. After this, of course, comes the results. And in a total, I was personally surprised to find it was only 713 videos. However, of course, there are omissions and deletions in every research. But yeah, after the removal of duplicates, they found 713 videos that could be used for the research. And they were categorized and analyzed thematically, and they were divided into separate groups. Educational videos, promotional videos, patient experience, surgical procedure and overview, other, and irrelevant to clinical surgery. Now on your screen, you can see another table where all the thematic categories are divided into their views, likes, dislikes, comments, and shares. In this table, irrelevant to clinical surgery has 44 million views, and that seems to be the highest, but obviously that is not counted into the research as such. It is just a value that they have to have added. They have added into the research. Then surgical procedure with 23 million, patient experience with 20 million, educational videos with 1 million, and promotional videos with 356,000, and other with 24,000. Educational videos in this table is shown to be the highest, but irrelevant to clinical surgery is shown to be 20%. It sort of clashes with the above table, as I noticed, but this is the table that the authors have given us, so we would have to go by it. Then patient experience with 16%, surgical procedure and overview with 20%, promotional videos with 17%, and 2% for others. Now in educational videos, it was frequented quite a lot, and 177 videos were categorized under this section, which makes up about 24.8% of the total. These videos had content that pertained to neurosurgical trainees as well as principles of management of neurosurgical patients. Surgical procedure overview videos were the second most frequented content. 146 videos came under this category. More than half the content in this grouping consisted of cranial procedures in the intraoperative setting. The removal of a metastatic lesion under the surgical microscope with text-based explanation garnered over 3.9 million views. The next two commonly viewed categories were promotional videos and patient experience, with 119 videos and 112 videos respectively. While promotional videos consisted of only promotional content from academic institutions, most of them were based in the US, and patient experience had an emerging theme of institutional promotion. However, they were primarily centered around patient experience. So it could include video blogs, which are vlogs, and just experiences or reviews of their frequented to hospitals. Videos of patient experience in the form of blogs also seem to be quite popular. From patients filming their surgeries to speaking about their experiences, video blogs register the highest number of views. The categories that remained are irrelevant to clinical surgery, which is 147, and others, which are number 12. While the videos irrelevant to clinical surgery did not fit into any of the brackets, the videos under others mostly consisted of video game recordings for entertainment. When one discusses social media, especially a platform like YouTube, the content available on it is, of course, one of the first aspects to notice. This is clearly to be deemed as one of the largest study samples to date, and we could blindly believe that the content that is produced is always honest, reliable, would be a mistake. The study that has been conducted to analyze whether medical content online is reliable and trustworthy. However, there are in fact high quality videos in the study that can have a high reaching impact. So educational videos and contents from academic organization and institutions. This was obviously one of the most frequented categories, as we saw in the above slides, and the content that was shown was geared towards neurological trainees. The accuracy of the content was not necessarily validated. However, the sources uploading these videos were reliable academic sources. So it could be a university like Harvard Medical School uploading a video of one of a surgery that uh, their students visited, and etc. like that. Although videos with neurosurgical procedures garnered the highest number of views, it is unclear and cannot be assumed that the audience accessing this content were medical trainees or lay people interested in viewing intraoperative videos. Academic institutions, primarily those located in the US, are using YouTube as a promotional platform. And this promotional platform also enhances patient recruitment, which pushes more institutions to do the same. Patient-generated content, on the other hand, it talks about, like I said, blogs earlier, and it helps patients share their first-hand experiences. These blogs not only have a cathartic impact, but also help them share their stories, and through their stories, it helps other people realize that they are not alone in their challenging times as well. These videos majorly help the viewer or patient in relating to the experience and understanding that there are a lot more people who have gone through similar situations and tougher times. This content is also used as a promotional tool, as the vlogs can be used by prospective patients to select hospitals. Neurosurgery in popular culture. This was actually a subtopic that I was extremely excited about when I read the paper, and a lot of videos slotted into this category have unrealistic or futuristic simulations of cranial surgeries, which I have actually experienced when I have been on YouTube. When I was researching, when I was actually doing more research for this topic to see where the research has gone right now. So these were used in the form of video games for entertainment purposes. Interest in neurosurgery as a specialty can not only come from books, it can also come from TV shows and books that we read, like Dr. Strange, Grey's Anatomy, Death, Brain Surgery, Grey Matter. There are also a lot of doctors who have started using social media as a platform to tell their viewers and to sort of raise awareness about medical fields, and neurosurgery is one of them. I personally know, I don't personally know them, but I personally have the experience of watching a few YouTubers that talk about neurosurgery and in a very layperson friendly manner. If one analyzes the comments under these videos, no one can assess the demographic of the viewers and their interest in accessing this content, which is absolutely true, because I am myself a 20 to 23-year-old who's viewing this content, and I don't have any interest whatsoever in learning about the field, but I am interested in what is going on, which is what makes me watch videos related to neurosurgery or videos related to medicine on YouTube. Privacy and legal considerations pertaining to online videos. When publishing videos publicly, academic institutions and medical organizations should steer clear of potential liabilities and copyright infringements. Organizations must be careful not to breach patient privacy and should publish content with due consent. Copyright infringement can encompass academic material that has not been approved for use, as there is no necessary mechanism in place that checks this content. Hence, educational content should include a statement regarding the credibility of sources when releasing a video that pertains to something as sensitive as neurosurgery. Now, the limitations of these research are, of course, quite a few. as this study was conducted at one point of time, and we have to acknowledge the fact that YouTube is a social media, and social media is, well, it depends, and its data is based on society, and society is ever changing. And not only society is ever changing, we are also dealing with a field that's ever changing, like healthcare, neurosurgery, healthcare. And this content that we have just seen will obviously continue to change, grow, and evolve. And research should be performed constantly to keep track of this dynamic uh, content, which is, of course, like I said, ever changing. And day by day, we could have newer innovations, newer evolutions, which should be kept track of. And the viewers should be kept updated of this. All videos before 2012 had limited shares and content, making it difficult to balance the data between the years. YouTube has only become a big social media giant in the last maybe few 8 years. And before 2012, because a lot of YouTube was monetized, not a lot of people could access it. And of course, internet also got into its full-blown swing only after the 2010s. So this is why there are limited shares and comments under the videos, which make it a little difficult to balance the data. One of the aspects during the selection of the videos was namely region and country of origin, which was unfortunately not feasible to infer in some cases. There were also several overlaps in many categories, which is why the authors convened after their after the completion of their collection of data. And for example, many videos under surgical procedures and overviews can be easily included under promotional videos and patient experiences. The authors, however, concluded by slotting the particular video under the most prevalent theme. Studies also show a high user engagement in this sector, making this study relevant and important for healthcare. Social media is a powerful tool. However, when one combines that with a field like healthcare and an area like neurosurgery, one gets comprehensive material to research on. These results show that online videos serve as a powerful educational, promotional, and interactive tool that bridges the gap between neurosurgeons, healthcare professionals, patients, and lay people, in fact, alike. Lastly, it is extremely important to keep content pertaining to a medical field like neurosurgery up to date and relevant. The content accessible to all must be updated given the high reach of social media and the evolving landscape of online communications. So in concluding, I would like to share with you the impact of this research. The content of neurosurgery will have to be kept updated whenever the field sees new progress and recent breakthroughs. Secondly, students, educators, and healthcare professionals alike will become aware of YouTube as a promotional, educational, and interactive tool to disseminate current advancements and trends in the field of neurosurgery. We have been through times like COVID, where we cannot meet face to face, and YouTube is the perfect tool to share or to share updates, to share innovations, and to share trends related to a field as sensitive as medicine in the year 2022. And with that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, you can reach me at aditi@renix.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aditi, for such an informative and educational session. Now the floor is open for the audience. They can ask questions. Dr. Shaheen has a question. Could this systemic analysis be able to find out which type of videos are more attracted to neurosurgeons?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? There was some network problem.
Yes, Aditi, sure. Yeah. Could this systemic analysis be able to find out which type of videos are more attracted to neurosurgeons?
Of course, there could be like, for example, when we talk about, say, surgical videos, right? So surgical procedure and overview, that could be for neurosurgeons. There can't be just one category that's for neurosurgeons. It can be multiple things that are related to them. We would have to ask as to what they want when we're talking about something as vast as YouTube, and what they need to learn about, or what field they need to uh, delve into when they're searching for a video, and what videos pertain to them. If that answers her question, I'm really sorry if I was confusing.
Actually, Dr. Shine has another question. What is the full form
Sure.
of IQR?
IQR is interquartile range, and it is this. Um, so interquartile range is actually a statistical term, and I tried hard to understand it. But IQR is interquartile range, and it is supposed to take the median, and in that median, it is supposed to take the middle 50% and analyze the highest, sort of the highest ratio, or the highest peak, where the data peaks. It is supposed to analyze just that section.
Hmm. It is if we divide our data in four different parts, then
Okay.
interquartile ranges, it is the 25th and the 75th percentile, if I'm not wrong. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not. I thank you for telling me that, because I'm not a statistical student. Me too. I have just Googled what interquartile ranges, because the authors haven't mentioned how they have divided the data. They've just provided the data. They've provided the end result and told, not shown the process. So it got a little difficult for me as well to understand what interquartile range was. But thank you for explaining that, Yogita.
Okay. Actually, we have next question from Numer. Are these videos meant to be a guide for only the professionals, or can the general public also benefit from them?
The general public also benefits from them, because it's not just geared towards professionals. There are, of course, videos like, say, surgical procedures that can be geared towards, say, interns, neurosurgical interns, but patient experience and educational videos and promotional videos can be geared towards lay people. It can be geared towards the general public, because if I would like to search for, say, the best hospital that I could go for a neurosurgery for in, then I would like to look at various blogs, look at various video blogs, and sort of assess as to which hospital could be better for me, if those hospitals are in fact around and in my area.
Okay, hope it clarifies your doubt, Numer. We have next question from Dr. Vijay. Can like-dislike ratio be used as an indicator of reliability of information in YouTube videos?
Mm, it depends, I think, on the video, because at times we never know why the likes and dislikes are happening. This is social media that we're talking about. So if suppose I go into an educational video and I find something that has not been explained properly, I could dislike it, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad video, if you know what I mean. So to answer your question, no, I don't think that's a very apt uh, ratio to define whether a video is could be good or bad, or it's reliable or not reliable. But yes, I think it can be used in some sense, if the likes and dislikes are merely restricted to people and professionals who are criticizing or constructively criticizing the video.
Okay, Aditi. Your next question from Nupur. Are promotional videos from industry available? industry manufacturing surgical tools are the okay. Yeah, first question. Actually, Nupur has two questions. First question: are promotional videos from industry available? Industry manufacturing surgical tools.
I don't think the authors have mentioned anything about that. But I'm sure that there could be, because YouTube, as I said, is very vast and promotional videos are of all kinds. But nothing of any sorts has been mentioned in the paper.
Okay, Nupur has another question. Are the promotional videos for attracting patients to the hospital?
Oh, yes, there are many promotional videos that attract patients to the hospitals. It's not just videos that are made by the hospitals, say advertising or marketing team, but it is also videos that are made, like I said when I was answering Numay's question. It is also videos that were made like through for patient experience. So if I make a vlog and say, for example, if I'm going through a surgery, and if I make a vlog, I could be indirectly promoting the hospital as well by showing everybody, oh, how great my room is, or the doctors that came to attend to me were actually very nice, and the nurses that came to attend to me were actually very nice. So yes, yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Abhishek. What are the channel names and did they active for monetization process or only for information purpose?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, Aditi, sure. What are channel names and did they active for monetization process or only for the information purpose?
um So it could be for monetization as well. There are videos, all videos on YouTube, I think, are monetized till the user sort of demonetizes it from their side, or YouTube demonetizes it for a ethical or legal issue. So all videos are monetized, but no, there are no as such channel names that are mentioned in the paper. I'm sorry.
Okay. Abhishek
I hope
asking
that.
another question. What are the percentage of accuracy in terms of information and the education purpose?
Mm, like I mentioned in my limitation, that is in fact a limitation. We do not know that yet, and we have to aim to sort of get that out there for uh, uploaders, for channels to actually put that we are a reliable source. So it's not reliable as such, but if you do see big names like Harvard Medical School, or say, for example, in India, if you say take Apollo hospitals, then it, of course, it's reliable. Yeah.
Hope it clarifies your doubt, Abhishek. Numer has another question. YouTube usually does not recommend videos that contain graphic scenes such as blood. Does this mean that YouTube is not a suitable platform for neurosurgery videos?
Not really. There are videos that have a graphic disclaimer if there is graphic content ahead. So neurosurgery videos, when I searched for this research as well, actually allow graphic content. So if it's something that is medical related, YouTube allows it. So it's the same with the monetization as well. YouTube allows everything till it's inside legal and ethical boundaries. And over here, if it's for an educational purpose, then of course YouTube does allow it, because there are neurosurgery related videos, and of course I could not go for more than a minute while watching those. But yes, they are pretty graphic, but they're still there. They're allowed.
We have next question from Dr. Bharti. What are the other social platforms that are equally effective as YouTube?
As effective as YouTube, something that's coming up right now could be Instagram, but it is only for promotional purposes. It cannot be, and maybe educational purposes, because there are times that doctors are advising people on neurosurgery or on any medical related field through short videos. So when people do not have the time to sit through, say, a 30-minute video from an informed hospital about why a surgery is needed or why uh, the medical area is important, they could just switch to Instagram and check out a 15-minute video on the same topic, and it's very quick. So I think the younger generation prefers that, but Instagram could be a platform, but YouTube is still pretty unparalleled.
Actually, Aditya, I have a question. You
Sure.
have described that actually they have mentioned that they have selected 713 videos and they
Right.
removed all the duplicates. What are the criteria to remove the duplicate videos?
Uh, then I have a feeling when because they did the research manually, when they saw 2-3 videos that looked alike, they would just remove it according to the date. So if, say, video 1, video 2, and video 3 are all duplicates and they're all on, I don't know, because I only know the term frontal lobe surgery. If that is something, I'm really sorry. If there is some, okay, so neurosurgery and 3 videos, right? And video 1 was on 1st March of 2022, video 2 was on 2nd March of 2022, and video 3 was on 28th of Feb 2022. So they would take video 3 into account because that was uploaded first, and obviously which could be the one that has been duplicated. So that is one criteria.
Okay, Aditi, have they mentioned the total number of videos before removing the duplicates of the videos?
I think they removed the duplicates and mentioned the total number after the removal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions or opinions about today's talk? Actually, I don't see any further questions coming from the audience. So, thank you again, Aditi, for the great presentation. I hope we have learned a lot about the social media platforms such as YouTube. Okay. Before closing this webinar, I would like to inform everyone that our next presentation will be held on 2nd November 2022, and Dr. Divya Lakshmi Ramakrishna will be presenting on the topic Reassessing Diabetes and EPOE Genotype as Potential Interacting Risk Factors for Alzheimer's Disease. So thank you all. I appreciate your presence and kind attention. Let's meet on tomorrow at the same time. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone.